Scott, right now, Xbox is in a bit of a whirlwind what's going on, but Phil Spencer has reportedly assured employees Microsoft won't stop making Xbox consoles. The executives claim to have addressed an online reports in an internal town hall meeting. Andy Robinson over at VGC, Microsoft Gaming Division, reportedly held an in-town internal meeting later last week to address the reports that could be bringing some of its first-party games to other console platforms. According to the journalist Shannon Lau, Microsoft's head of gaming, Phil Spencer, told employees that Xbox currently has no plans to stop making consoles and that Xbox consoles will continue to be a part of its strategy, which involves multiple kinds of devices. And quote on that part there, Scott, we'll get back to that one in a second. Publicly, Microsoft has remained silent in recent reports that it could bring games, including its key exclusive, Starfield, to PlayStation 5, other than announcing that it will, quote, hold a business update, end quote, sometime this week. Quote, we're listening and we hear you, end quote, Phil Spencer wrote on X earlier last week. Quote, we've been planning a business update event for next week, which is this week, where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned, end quote. It's claimed that multiple major Xbox exclusives, including Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, and Indiana Jones, could be released on PlayStation 5 as part of a significant strategy shift from Microsoft's gaming division. Should recent reports prove to be accurate, on the surface, the move would represent a significant change in Microsoft's gaming strategy, which has previously seen it keep its biggest new first-party releases exclusive to consoles. Although not officially confirmed, the reports led to a major backlash within the community. Yeah, well, that's for sure. Xbox community, including from notable Xbox influencers with large followings, some of whom have speculated it could mark the beginning of the end of Microsoft's console business. Dude, I have seen everybody blow up. Some people that I follow, and they've got this big sad face of the world is over for Xbox. Phil comes out and says, "No, we're still making consoles." Like, hold up, we're not going anywhere. Consoles are still coming. The announcement coming this week will be very telling, obviously, as it's a business update for their strategy moving forward when it comes to their first parties. Doesn't mean they're stopping consoles, but they're changing their direction for first parties from the rumors reported that are going to PlayStation. Scott, the biggest thing for me is multiple kinds of devices, right? From Phil's quote, right? So you brought up, it's funny because we've been talking about this for a while, because I got hit up the other day, said, I got a buddy of mine, he goes, yo, my kid wants a Series X. What is happening? I said, hang on a second. just hold up. We don't really know what is happening, but there's a lot of speculation now that is going around saying first party titles going to PlayStation. But is that day and date? Is that with Game Pass? Is that, I think or is it how PlayStation looks at PC, right? Let's launch on console, and then 6 months to a year later, maybe even longer, we'll go to PC. So does Xbox look at this strategy now and go, hey, we want to be everywhere too. Let's take the influx so that everybody comes day and day to Xbox and PC, because they're already there, right? They've already got it on PC and Game Pass. So there's 3 platforms they already go to, Scott. You have the console, you have Game Pass, which is a service which doesn't need a console, and then you have PC, right? Technically, you can play Game Pass on your phone. Just saying.
That's true.
Right? And then they say multiple devices. You and I got into this discussion of they are looking at, what is that, the project, just downloadable console only. It's like a cylinder of an Xbox.
Oh, the Keystone. Maybe that's not Keystone, but I think that's the newest version of Keystone.
Right. So they have that device, right? PlayStation right now has 2 devices. They have the PlayStation 5 with a disc and PlayStation 5 without a disc. And now they have a multiple SKU where you can get an attachable disc drive if you want that. Just make it cheaper, but then
if you really just can't make up your mind.
Man, whatever. But it's, yeah, I happen to have the disc, but my brother has the discless. Dude, I haven't put a disc in my PlayStation 5. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm personally over the whole physical media aspect to it, but I'm wondering if this is a different kind of tell. Phil Spencer saying to his hardware division, look, guys, we still need you. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily say much about games going to PlayStation. I think it says more about there might be new kinds of devices that we make in-house. That's kind of how I'm taking this to be. And that first thing that comes to mind is the PlayStation Portal. Could this be an Xbox equivalent, an Xbox handheld? We've seen the Switch just continue to rise, somehow defying all odds at this point.
Yeah.
And then there's Steam Deck, there's Asus ROG, there's a ton of different things.
Logitech G Cloud, which I use, which then connects to my Xbox, which allows me to play in my bed while I'm still working on games for whatever, or just a good time, right? I'm going over and I'm just hanging out on a device playing with a controller-esque feel, right? When you take a look at the PlayStation Portal, dude, it's literally the DualSense cut in half and a screen jabbed in the middle. I wonder if Xbox took a look at that and go, hey, we should do that with ours. And it would sell.
Nobody wanted to on the Wii U, but here we are a decade later. It's finally come around. Yeah. Nintendo being ahead of their time once more.
Well, and then Nintendo right now is on the brink of about to announce Switch 2 and whatever that looks like. We'll get into that here shortly. But it's one of those things as well, right? The handheld market is suddenly taking a different shift. It's not just mobile devices. It is a handheld PC in your hand, or in the place of PlayStation, it's a streaming device. Is that what Xbox is looking at? 'Cause, dude, I literally, as I said, Logitech G Cloud, I stream it right from that device, from my Xbox, and away I go. And that could be anywhere, right? It doesn't matter. As long as I'm tethered to Wi-Fi, boom, away I go. Does Xbox, and then we've also had, on the other side of it, rumors of maybe like a Vita 2 out of PlayStation. Does Xbox look to do that? They were quite capable. You mentioned the Steam Deck. Dude, the Steam Deck, the OLED Steam Deck is a juggernaut right now. And people, all I hear is good things about it. It's a little clunky because they also try to get into like PlayStation side of it and then the Xbox side of it. But if they make a native device over an Xbox, Scott, dude, there's that.
I think that's the next logical step. And I think that's going to happen in tandem of games going to PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's kind of one and the same, but a bit of a different situation at the same time, because we're going to see Xbox kind of acknowledge the different handhelds. Maybe not Steam Deck directly, but they know you're playing with your ROG, with your G Cloud, so they're going to make just an official version of that. And I think that's a good sell.
I think it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you do that, right? You want to be a part of that market. If people are already doing it through other devices, why wouldn't you introduce your own device? Make sure it's completely set up that people are accustomed to. Dude, I jump on my LG, my Cloud, and it's okay, but it's not a controller. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is just a beefed up box with the screen and thumbsticks and analog, and like, it's got it all, but it's not the controller feel like the Portal has. So if Xbox could do that instead of the Logitech G Cloud, but from what I've heard also, Logitech is looking at another device. But that's just, that's what I've heard from internal
The market is changing is what's happening.
The handheld market is starting to really take off in a different sense, that it's not just your phone anymore, right? You are using it to play your base games, your console-based games, or in Steam, right? The Steam Deck, Steam games. Dude, literally Steam games on the go. That's remarkable, and they could all thank Nintendo for doing this, right? That's the other side of it. Nintendo proved that there is a market here. But getting back into the world of Xbox, dude, the biggest thing comes down is, when do they put the games day and date? Do they put games day and date? Do they take the PlayStation model where they wait 6 months to a year? Do we get Game Pass on PlayStation? I think that is telling right there. If we get Game Pass on PlayStation, dude, why do you even want an Xbox? Xbox needs to tell us this week why we still need to keep our Xboxes.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. There has to be some sort of information soon, because we're just on the edge of our seat this whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to hear from everybody. Obviously, you can hit us up over on Twitter, the official ITG. Let us know, what's Xbox up to? Do they keep going, or they just share day and date? People are worried about going third party. There's so many questions.
This is where